Hello, friends. Today our topic is based on a very deep and profound subject. Today we will talk about time, death, energy, mind, and soul, and how all these things are interconnected with one another. We will try to understand this in great depth. When I first started listening to Sahibji's satsangs, I listened from a scientific perspective, and I received such astonishing knowledge. Sahib Ji explained how time, mind, energy, and soul are all connected, and how this entire universe functions. You may have noticed that every person's age is different. Everyone's time is different. But who is giving the signal that now a certain organ should begin to fail? Who is signaling our brain? Sahib Ji revealed something truly shocking, something that shook my soul deeply. Sahibji explained that our energy itself has transformed into breath, and through these breaths our body functions. The energy that sustains us is being given by the soul. But what has happened to the soul? The soul is in a state of ignorance. It is unconscious. So who is controlling everything? The mind. It is the mind that signals how many breaths, meaning how much energy, this body should receive. It decides that no more energy should be given beyond a certain limit. What a profound mystery Sahibji revealed. Even today, scientists are unable to fully discover this truth. Let us understand this with an example. Imagine we bring an apple from the market. Eventually, the apple will spoil. If we leave it outside, we know that because of heat and the external atmosphere, it will deteriorate. In other words, even the apple has a limited time. So what did humans invent? Refrigerators. The moment we place the apple inside a refrigerator, we slow down the external atmospheric effect that causes it to spoil. The process of decay becomes slower. Similarly, our ancient sages, saints, and spiritual masters practiced meditation and deep austerities to slow down the process of death within the body. Think about it. Such great discoveries were already made by saints long ago. Today, different spiritual teachers share these truths based on the divine realizations they attained. But in today's time, Sahibji revealed mysteries that almost nobody openly discusses, that the signals received by our brain are actually being transmitted through the mind from the cosmic void. Now you may wonder, are the mind and the brain different things? Yes, absolutely. The brain is connected to the physical body, but the mind is connected to the soul. According to spiritual wisdom, we possess 6 types of bodies. The outermost is the physical body made of the 5 elements, called the gross body. Within it exists a subtler body called the subtle body. Beyond that is the causal body, then the great causal body, the wisdom body, and the higher consciousness body. Finally, at the most subtle level, connected to the soul, vibrations are transmitted toward the brain. As the soul receives signals about how much energy to give to the body, and which organ should weaken, and when, these signals come through the mind. This means the entire process that we believe we are controlling is actually not under our control at all. We become proud and try to dominate others, thinking, I am intelligent, or I am doing this. But in reality, we are not truly in control. Until the soul becomes fully awakened, something else is controlling the body. However, an awakened soul functions in complete consciousness. Such a soul fully directs its own body and actions. This is the difference between wisdom and ignorance. A person living in ignorance acts unconsciously without understanding why they are acting in a certain way. Sometimes you may feel regret and think, I never wanted to do this. How did I end up doing it? Sahibji explained that the mind sends these signals to us. He also revealed profound secrets about how the mind itself came into existence. For example, when a person goes into a coma, the body still remains alive. How? If the body appears unconscious, who continues to keep it functioning? Someone must still be signaling the soul that the body should continue receiving energy. The mind signals that it is not yet time for death, and so the soul continues supplying energy. Think of it like a dead phone connected to a charger. Even when the phone is completely off, it still charges when plugged in. Similarly, even in a coma, the body continues being charged. And who is charging it? The soul. The soul is what sustains the body. The soul's energy itself has transformed into breaths. This is why Satguru teaches us how to preserve and transform this energy while we are still living in this world. Through meditation, we gradually awaken the body into a conscious state where the soul can reach its own true essence. Sahibji explained that through this very human body, one can reach the soul. Only through this human birth is this realization possible. Now another question may arise. Where does the desire to meditate come from? It comes when we hear the words of enlightened saints, when we keep the company of good people, and when our association is pure. Such company changes our energy. Positive surroundings influence us through vibrations and frequencies that transform our inner energy. That is why people say we should stay in good company, because good company gives us positive energy. Similarly, when we remain under the shelter of a Satguru, the vibrations continuously flowing from the Satguru transform our energy. Now let us understand how this energy changes and how it can be purified into higher consciousness. At present, the mind signals the soul to keep the body active. As the energy descends into the body, it transforms into the 10 vital airs that sustain bodily functions. But because of countless karmas accumulated over many lifetimes, the mind continuously directs this energy according to those karmic impressions. It signals the soul to perform certain actions. Sometimes even negative actions happen because of these karmic signals. That is why people often wonder, I never intended to do that. How did it happen? The truth is that control does not truly belong to us. The mind controls us according to karmic debts from previous lives, creating experiences of pleasure and pain. Even happiness and suffering are experienced because of the mind. When happiness comes, it passes quickly, but suffering feels endless. It seems as though the mind wants us to remain trapped in sorrow because true permanent happiness does not exist in this worldly illusion. The pleasures here are temporary. Sahibji explained that the creator of the mind is Niranjan, Lord of Death, and the creator of this illusionary cosmic world is Goddess Adi Shakti. Through these two powers, the entire universe functions. Now we must understand why only a living Satguru can transmit the energy that leads us to the soul. Sahib Jai explained that when Kabir Sahib Jai came into this world, he brought the energy of Amarlok, the immortal realm. This divine energy was passed down through the living lineage of Satgurus. The Satguru carries this immortal energy. When the disciple's connection links with the Satguru, the disciple's energy begins transforming. Only a living conscious being can transfer this charge. A dead body cannot. Just as only a living charger can charge a device, the living Satguru carries the pure conscious energy of Amarlok. When the disciple receives this energy, transformation naturally begins. That is why we listen to satsangs, visit the ashram, and sit near the Satguru. We continuously receive positive vibrations from that divine presence, and these vibrations gradually purify the negativity accumulated within us. Even if we are far away, across 7 oceans, we can still draw this energy through meditation. The soul itself is meditative in nature. Wherever attention goes, energy flows. The soul has immense power. Through focused attention, it can draw energy. When the soul concentrates on the living Satguru, who carries the energy of immortal Ralim in this present age, it can attract that immortal energy within itself. That is why it is said that one should receive immortal elements only from a living Satguru. Immortal elements is the supreme divine essence. During initiation, the Satguru transfers this divine element into the disciple through spiritual transmission and meditation. Once this divine essence enters within, the disciple's energy begins to transform. In this way, meditation changes us deeply and draws divine energy into our being. I hope this audio gave you some deeper understanding about meditation, energy, mind, and soul. In future videos and audios, I will bring even deeper discussions on these subjects. Thank you for listening.